Good afternoon, everyone. So, let's talk about savings. 2021. This is the year of saving money, getting it back on track if you have suffered at the hands of 2020. Some have, some haven't. Either case, whether you're struggling financially or you're comfortable, one thing you should still do is to ensure that you have an emergency fund. And the best way to do that without really feeling the impact on your pocketbook is saving small increments throughout the year. And I mention that because there are a lot of savings challenges out there: the 26 week, the 52 week, the $5 challenge, the coffee change challenge. It's all kinds of challenges out there, which are all fine and good, and they help. Every bit helps. One thing, unfortunately, for some people when it comes to challenges are, well, these challenges require money, like the envelope system or the set aside a couple dollars in the drawer. Now, if that's something you're able to do, fine. But the downfall, or the hiccup is a lot of them require cash, like physical cash. Put cash into an envelope, or you have a $5 bill, you put the 5 in your pocket into a piggy bank or a jar. Well, if you have cash, fine, set it aside. But a lot of people don't use cash like that. They're using their credit cards or debit cards, which means there's no change coming back, unless you do point of sale cash back, which in that case, you're kind of defeats the purpose, because now you have to intentionally get the cash just to put it into your drawer. And again, that's fine if that's how you want to do it. But might I suggest an alternative? I like to call this the Zelle challenge. I call it Zelle challenge because, well, most bank accounts have a Zelle platform within them where you can wire money free to another person that has Zelle. Same thing with this challenge. Especially someone like me, where I will probably forget to put the cash in a drawer or put the cash in a jar. So here's how the Zelle challenge goes. The first thing you're going to need is at least 2 checking accounts, or 2 bank accounts, 1 checking, 1 savings, or 2 savings, whichever you have. A lot of people, when they open up a checking account, get a savings account with it. If you only have 1 account, then the option is to open up a second account, and plenty of free online accounts like Capital One 360, Ally, and some other banks will offer you a secondary checking account or a secondary savings account. The whole purpose is you want to have an account that is not connected to your account directly, and that's not part of your emergency fund system. So, and the reason I call it Zelle is because if you have 2 accounts in 2 different banks, you would Zelle to that account. Or if you have another account within the same bank, you don't have to Zelle, you just have to transfer. Now, this challenge depends on how your bank operates. So for instance, with my bank, I have US Bank, and I'm able to Zelle and schedule a transfer. What you want to do is you want to schedule a transfer. Now, depending on what your comfort level is, I would recommend at a minimum $20 a week. If it's 5, then fine. But for me, I'll just do $20 a week. I'll schedule it to come out of my checking account to go into a savings account. And one thing about the savings account is it makes you more reluctant to take out of them, because a lot of savings accounts have a withdrawal limit per month. So you definitely want to put it somewhere where it's difficult to get the money out, or it's just an extra step that you don't want to go through. So if you have an issue with getting sticky fingers with your own accounts, your own money, then the next step is to recommend an online account or an account that's not attached to your main account. So, all that being said, the Zelle challenge. Challenge you to start with $20 a week, having it automatically deposited into your savings, your challenge account. That way, you're not having to constantly have to remember to go and move it yourself, or go and take it out of the account and then put it into a jar. You can still do those other accounts, still do those secondary accounts if you want. Hey, if you can save more, then save more. That's great. But for a lot of us, like myself, I tend to get absent-minded when I get busy and just totally forget about, hey, I need to get and move my money over. Set it automatically. Now, what you can do is, if you start off with $20 a week and you say, you know what, I'm not really missing that, and I think I can do more, by all means, do more. Do 30, or increase it every month. Now, again, the idea is for you to do it, set it, and forget it, so that by the end of the year, you're like, oh wow, I've saved 12, like, wow, I've saved $1,200 plus. Now, or $1,000 plus. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, do it with multiple accounts, or have that account taking the money out and still take the cash out and put it into your jar. The idea is make it out of reach or difficult to get to, and you'll be surprised how much you save. Now, other ways of increasing that savings, look at your weekly expenditures. I had to do this. I found that I was spending almost $50 additional a week in snacks. Yeah, I know. Grabbing a snack on the way into work, grabbing a coffee, grabbing a soda, a Monster drink, and that'd be all in one day. Almost $10. Damn shame. Or you go to lunch with your coworkers and you kind of feel like, oh, okay, well, they're going, I'll go with them. Learn to say no. And that little bit of change. Now, I'm not telling you to cut out coffee. I'm saying is look at what you need to spend. If you're like me, a regular straight just coffee drinker with a little bit of creamer in it, I'll be just fine at work. Coffee's free, or a little donation to the coffee pot. There you go. Plus, I don't like waiting in line at Starbucks or other coffee shops. The other thing is snacks. Man, I had a complicated relationship with Little Debbie. I'm not going to lie about that. I had to cut Little Debbie out. Cut her out. Yeah, I know, and I was just, and the Because think about this here. I would buy 2 different Little Debbie cakes. I'm embarrassed to say more than once a day, but there's a couple of reasons why I need to cut it out. Because you're probably going to drop about $3 in Little Debbie's because a day for me. Snacks, a bag of chips, another $1.50. That's about $5 right there, just in snacks. Well, for one, the extra calories, yeah, I had to cut that out. It was not healthy. I had to make a change. So that money that I was wasting on those snacks, also put them into your savings, or that can go into your home jar if you got cash on you. Or if you have the urge to want to go get a snack, at that moment say, you know what, I'm going to transfer that $3-4 over to my savings account, over to my challenge account. It'll add up. And whatever your vice might be, you know, it could be something totally different. It could be spending extra money at a casino that you probably didn't need to spend. But yeah, so that's what I challenge you to do in the next year coming up. The Zelle challenge, the money transfer challenge, weekly, $20 to start weekly. And let me know if you have any other ideas as far as savings challenges. Anyway, it's Black Irishman out.